Okay, welcome everyone to the Bleezy Show. I want to take a look at this real quick. The Reckless Ben saga has been something that has taken the internet by storm now for like several weeks, if not, it feels like. I mean, look at this guy. He's looking tired. I feel that. And Ben's even, he's looking healthier than he was looking when it all started. I will say that. I hope he's doing all right mentally. So, if you didn't keep up with this, Reckless Ben has been trying to help out this guy who, long story short, I'll try to break it down. He has several parts up. Go check out his YouTube. Reckless Ben and Ben Schneider on YouTube. Go check it out. I already left a comment. This has been a wild saga. Okay, and I don't exactly know how it's going to play out. I don't know what they can even really do about it legally. But there was this guy. He co-signed or what's it called? Gave co-assignment to his Lego collection to a bricks and minifig store, which I guess they just sell Legos, toys, that kind of thing. Now, where people seem to be a little bit confused on is how much things are actually worth. All right, because what ended up happening was that franchise location of bricks and minifigs, they had a takeover, whether it was, I think it was a hostile takeover, but it was like a takeover from the CEO, and they were just taking back the franchise from the franchisee. Because I guess they didn't like them, all this stuff. A little bit of backstory there, but not necessarily the most important part of the story. The person that I mentioned in the beginning that gave his Legos to them to sell them and then probably get a percentage, yada yada, how that works. He was told originally that it was worth like quite a bit of money, like way over top. What was it, like $200,000 or something? A ridiculous amount of money for Legos. But these people still, when they did that hostile takeover, they technically were under contract to either sell or give him back, cancel the contract. Maybe there's a fee if you close the contract early, but surely they'd be able to give them back or to sell the Legos. But they took the Legos. They took that guy's Legos. Now, what it has come to over many YouTube videos, many days, is that Reckless Ben kind of took it upon himself. I forget exactly how he met the guy or if he was reached out to, but Reckless Ben took his YouTube channel, which has a big following. Go check him out. Great videos, great series even before this. And he tried to go directly to them, to the bricks and minifigs, and like fight for him on his behalf to get his Legos back or money or whatever they could get. And it all just went downhill from there. I mean, Reckless Ben ended up going to jail over this in a previous video, and he's just, I'm not gonna say he didn't deserve it. I did see some evidence that he did some slightly sketchy things, but illegal? I don't know. It depends on the state he's in, their laws. Hard to say. But even some federal-looking laws, such as UPS, was it UPS or USPS? If it was USPS, it's definitely federal. But someone, him or one of his friends also even, dressed up as a worker. They were trying to serve this guy a court summons or something. And now, they're from this city in Utah where this is all happening. And apparently it's very corrupt. The police force has been like completely against Reckless Ben, as from all the footage we've seen. And I think what we're about to see in this video, from the little bit I saw earlier, there's body cam footage and some extra evidence that has probably come out of Discovery. Or who knows, maybe they just released it on their own. And it's really kind of proving what everyone was wondering, is there really some kind of collusion going on between the police and this guy who, I forget, they're going to mention his name, but so there's a few characters involved. The main CEO of Bricks and Minifigs is who everyone's going against because, he took, either way, he's the CEO of that franchise and of the company and the owner of the franchise. That, he's the top of the ladder. And so if someone's money's gone missing, he's got to do something about it. Now, I could also be confusing, was it $20,000 or $200,000 of Legos? It's quite a lot. Either one of those numbers is too much for Legos, but I understand that's like a 10x difference. Trust me, I get it. But let's just let this play. I'm kind of wanting to see how it ends. You've probably even heard about this, so if you haven't, go watch the earlier parts of the series. It's a crazy situation.
So this is filmed right after I get released from jail the first time, because I got arrested because I was trying to serve them.
Okay, I didn't know he went to jail multiple times because of this. That's also wild. But yeah, I think
court papers to take him to court. They're just making up reasons for me to be arrested. But then I get out of jail because I paid for bond. I get out of jail, and
I'll pause it super quick. I'll turn this up just a little bit because it's just going to be just voices. Also, while I'm here, let me change my category on Twitch. And then we'll get going. I can just edit this out. Whoa, what the hell is on Twitch nowadays? Jesus. Creator dashboard. Stream. Let's go to just chatting for a little bit. Just chatting. Done. All right, now we can get going.
Now Ammon's just calling the police because he's like, "You guys let Ben out of jail? Like, what the hell? Like, how could you guys do that? Ben needs to be in jail right now."
So he was arrested, and I think he was booked into the Utah County Jail. Okay. And he must have been released, even though he's an out-of-state, like flight risk. He was released, and so he's a YouTuber that does this stuff for videos and clicks.
Okay. So who you just heard is the CEO of Bricks and Minifix. That's who I'm saying everyone's kind of hating on against, yada yada, and he is getting a ton of hate. Okay. Now, he has done some sketchy things, and he's also like threatening people. And you're about to hear it gets kind of wild. This is about where I a little bit after this, as far as I've seen.
This kind of trespassing and kind of stuff, like before, just I think in 2024.
Right. My first time getting arrested ever was for serving my court papers.
This is my first time ever being arrested.
This is my first time ever getting arrested, but I think Ammon's thinking, oh, well, if I lie to the police and make it seem like he's a criminal, maybe they'll just keep him in jail this time, So that's...
And that is evil. Okay, let me tell you a very quick personal story of my life. Your boy Bleezy. When I was young, I did some stupid things, and for a while, I may or may not have been involved in selling weed, marijuana, yada yada. Okay, wow. Okay, first off, I was never a violent person, none of that. Never made it to like a huge amount, none of that. But when I was super young, I had just started, and I had like maybe a gram left on me before I went into school. So like less than a gram of weed, okay? And it was in a little jar, okay? And I had a scale in my car. I parked my car off of my high school campus. There was a girl who was very pissed at me, and she actually had her mother, or I don't know, I still don't know the exact details, the specifics of how it happened, but I do know what transpired. This girl had her mom, who they were pissed at me for whatever reason, I slept around. I was an active guy when I was younger, okay? And she knew I was selling weed, yada yada, and I guess she thought it was way more than it was. She called the police and said that I had like pounds in my car. No one around me would think I had that. I never did, But I literally got pulled out of class that day, brought to my car. They brought dogs around my car. Of course, the dogs are trained to go off, okay? They reward them for doing it, so yes. And it probably even did smell a little bit like weed, but it was a gram. They found a gram in my car and then the scale, and I ended up having to go to juvenile as well. Now, it was just juvenile, so thankfully there's no record that stays with you when you turn 18 and all that. But that literally happened to me. Like, I get it. People are awful. That was just a lie. No one would ever claim I was like super violent or, I wasn't a flight risk or a scary person. None of that. So it was just crazy to me that happened.
What's happening? And so,
seems like this is happening to Ben too.
He's also been,
sociopathic is what it is.
Passing fraudulent gift certificates to financially harmed.
Fraudulent gift certificates. Does he mean the Guinness World Record?
Oh, I was so confused. I've watched that part like 5 or 6 times. I was like, what's he mean gift certificates?
Yeah. I think he means the World Record certificate.
This is an award for most Legos stolen.
Okay. So this woman, let me give some context. This woman, I guess, is the new franchise owner. This coworker over here was actually kind of cool, and I think she gave interviews. But yeah, they've trolled them a bunch, and that's what I think ended up getting them extra in trouble, was because they would come to the store and then he would have other people come to the store, which technically, legally Ben seems to be smart about skirting the law, and that's really the name of the game in America, from the bottom to the top. So I'm not going to say it was illegal because I don't know. Every state has different laws too.
That's what's going on.
Now, there are some laws that are like federal, okay? And it's like, it doesn't matter if you're in Utah, Tennessee, Florida, New York, California. You break federal laws like impersonating a USPS driver, you're going to jail. Okay, you're probably going to prison, but definitely getting like probation, a little bit of time in jail.
But at this
Just
point,
depends.
I just need some information so I can tell our staff what is going on, because if I need to go and get some of my staff armed so that he can't threaten them, that's what I need to do. Or they're going to go find him and rearrest him because he clearly had to have violated some kind of rule. There's got to be something to stop this guy from continuing to intimidate our staff.
Yeah, how'd you guys let
And you heard all of that, right? Like, you can tell he's being a bit hysterical. He's very stressed. Now, you can tell he's losing the battle here. Losing the war, at least. And the first threat says, do I need to tell my people to go get armed? Obviously, he's trying to imply, like, okay, I hope you guys realize, like, we're going to shoot the guy. And it's like, well, if he's not threatening you, I don't know Utah's law, but in Tennessee, my state, we do have probably some of the loosest gun laws. And he's still, there's nothing like, he'd have to pose a threat. He'd have to threaten you. He'd have to threaten your property, your life, or the people, you love closest to you that are with you. Or just, threatening someone. He'd have to be a danger in some kind of a way. I think the closest Ben has ever gotten to the guy was trying to serve him the papers. And, like, he's a pretty skinny dude. He's not, like, a huge guy. So, I don't know.
He's gonna kill our staff. Like, how can you possibly think of letting this guy out of jail?
You watch this, I feel like
That is batshit insane.
This is hilarious. I'm like, dude, this pisses me off.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
What the heck? Like, he's literally lying through his freaking teeth.
I don't know what has been done since he was arrested yesterday.
Sure.
Like, we all sighed a big sigh of relief this morning knowing that he was arrested last night.
By the way,
And then to have this...
in case you're not from America or you don't understand this format, he is talking to a police officer. This is the CEO on the phone with a police officer with no one else around. I mean, it's on body cam footage.
Everyone's still in some pretty significant trauma that he's just not going to stop.
Yeah, so it's not the police or corrections that let him out. That's going to be a judge, right? And so that would be a complaint that would have to be directed towards their office to find out what's the deal. Why would you let this guy out when he's stalking us, right? That's
Yeah. So really quick. Sorry, let me grab a pen. Who do I contact for that?
He's like, dude, what are you talking to me about this for? Talk to the judge.
Police officers like,
Benjamin Paul Schneider lives in California and requesting they be held until his court date, as he poses a flight risk and has multiple open cases in 2 different counties involving harassment, stalking, commercial obstruction.
we tried to keep him in jail until his court case
What?
for a month, but the stupid judge let him out. So, like, don't complain to me, complain to the judge.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I suggest you put all evidence that you have against this guy on that.
He acts really like cutesy, like he's clearly got some form of sociopathic disorder. Because he lies through his teeth. He says and does whatever he can to just get away
That's
with
ironic.
whatever he wants. Again, multiple arrests, I think, in the past in different states.
So obviously, if you look in the police records, you can see that I've never been arrested before. But because Ammon said so, maybe the police will just
But why
listen
do
to
they
Ammon.
keep taking his word every single time? They're taking his word over your evidence. Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
That's another charge.
I don't
obviously.
know.
I mean, we'll stack him until he leaves you guys alone, I guess. You know what I mean? Or they put him in jail. One of the
We will stack them until they put him. Did you hear that? This cop wasn't even that. Taking a phone call isn't necessarily the end all be all. That doesn't make you evil. Just telling this guy what he wants to hear, telling him it's not your fault, But listen to what he just says right here.
We'll stack him until he leaves you guys alone, I guess. You know what I mean? Or they put him in jail. One or the other.
Dude,
Maybe he's about to react, but dude, that is illegal as fuck.
Literally, that's so insane to freaking say.
basically, I think Ammon lied to them saying that there's a restraining order when there wasn't. And so he's like, oh, well, that's another charge, and we're just going to keep making up charges about me until I'm in jail for good is kind of what it sounds like. Even though the evidence goes against everything you say, I want to help you out, Ammon, because...
Because I can stack... I'll try to stack it on this stalking case.
Oh my...
Now that is resignation firing. It's not going to happen because he's a police officer. They're probably the dumbest human beings on the face of the earth. In America, I know other countries they require a lot more.
I am just going.
Just so you know, in America, let me clarify very quickly. They're not all evil, but they are all choosing to work for a force that is notoriously corrupt. Right now, what does that mean? We still need the police. Okay, I'm not gonna act like we don't need police. Everyone wants to be able to call someone when they feel in danger or they truly need help, yada yada. But dude, when this kind of stuff happens, how are you supposed to ever trust anyone? This guy is like, thank God the body cam was on. Thank God this guy was so stupid, to my point, that he didn't delete it or turn off his body cam. Like, to be an officer in America, I'm pretty sure you don't even have to graduate high school. Like, that's not even a necessity. No college. It's just wild. And these people really control, like, everything nowadays.
Okay, sir. I'm gonna call the jail, and then I will meet you over there. Okay?
Okay, perfect. See you there in a little bit.
Yep. Bye. Hey, it's Abrams with Orem Police Department. How you doing? You guys let a guy go this morning. It sounds like named was released from the jail today.
Officer Abrams?
Yep.
Here's Douche McGee, and so he also just, who did he call? The magistrate? What are they gonna do? Like, put him back in jail? You can't do that.
Nice to meet you.
Without new charges.
Man, is there any way I can...
This looks like the Bricks and Minifigs store.
use your bathroom?
Yeah,
real quick?
for sure. We've got one right back here.
Taking my body camera off and setting it down for a second so I can use the bathroom. You shouldn't be doing this stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? All 5 of them should be charged. Right.
Basically, what they're saying now is
Whoa. Did he just, like, not keep the body cam on at all that whole time? Did he... Nah, that's too much collusion.
not only should we put Ben in jail for forever for trying to serve these court papers, we should put all 5 of his team members in jail for trying to take you guys to court. You guys don't deserve to go to court, and anyone that tries to take you to court, we're going to put them in jail indefinitely.
They started threatening to kill some of the staff. And so they're just like...
No, they did not. I've seen every video, all of that. No one did. If some random, who knows, crazed fan of Reckless Ben is texting him or emailing him some crazy shit, throw that guy in jail. That is not the movement. That's not the person. That's not... All Ben seems to want is pretty clearly, he'll say it, hopefully, but he just wants them to, like, either apologize and give the Legos back, or just give the Legos back, I think. Maybe not even an apology.
Hey, if you don't, we're gonna kill you if you don't give this guy his money back and all this other stuff, and like all these things. And so we're like, dude, like, you guys have to go through the appropriate legal channels. Yeah. This guy has nothing to do with it, other than...
That is not at all. Look at this cross-eyed freak. Let me make sure you can see that. Is my camera in the way? I'll make sure I move my camera. Look at this cross-eyed freak. He's so stress-ridden he can't even look straight. And he's sitting here just lying through his teeth. He lost his mustache. He used to have this little curled mustache. I guess he's so stressed he can't take care of it. Which way is he looking? Straight up lying through his teeth.
He just gets off on making videos and like if you look him up again, he goes by the name of YouTube, and he films himself doing illegal things all the time, and then he gets his videos taken down, do all sorts of research on him. That's what we're dealing with, is a guy who, like, honest to goodness, he's a sociopath. Okay. As we've done some additional searches on him, he has it appears that a relative of him, of his, because he's originally from Ohio and then he moved to LA, some relative of his with the same name, that, like, based on what we can piece together, was
what the fuck is he saying? He's saying someone like near him is what?
Like convicted of like child porn or child, sexual like contact, some of these other types of things. So there's a very real chance that he may have been abused as a child, but that set him through a mental disorder, kind of whatever the case may be. He's clearly a sociopath who does not care about like the system.
My whole family's like pretty close, and
what?
I'm like 99.99999.
Just even, I can tell Ben's denying it, but like even, what kind of fucking weird ass accusation was that, dude? That was absolutely wild.
99999% sure that's not true. But if it is true, I would like to know who that is. So, because I would, that's probably important information for me if there is someone in my family that's like that. But just a really quick update. I think we found the guy that Ammon's talking about.
Athens man is sentenced after he was found guilty of 110 felony counts for recording and distributing child pornography from his home. Benjamin Schneider is...
Well, that is pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty awful. Yeah, that's throw him under the jail. So that's the same name. Are they just confusing or purposefully confusing the same name?
Sentenced to 8 years in prison.
So yeah, I guess this guy also got charged in Ohio, and he has a very similar name to me. It's actually the exact same name as me. And maybe he thought that this person was me. Maybe that explains why he's saying I have been arrested multiple times. I mean, clearly this...
Usually there's a mugshot, even as long as they're an adult, usually there's either a mugshot or there's some kind of picture along with the news article. So, I mean, it should be pretty obvious that when you look at him, that he's not him. Now, was he saying that it's like a relative? Maybe?
This person is not me. I mean, it's... But also, maybe Ammon's not the smartest person in the world, so maybe he thought that we were the same person. I don't know, but this is the closest I was able to find of what Ammon could be talking about.
We know this guy's a sociopath, and so we are very afraid for our staff.
Yes, sir.
And these guys coming in.
He keeps using that word. I don't think he knows what that word means. Sociopath. Like, to be able to just lie. Reckless Ben has some courage. He's definitely a bit reckless. That's absolutely true. But I mean, he's pretty coherent. Like, he's explained himself very well. The only thing I've ever said I don't fully agree with him on was I do believe he was lied to, not Ben, but the original person who owned the Legos originally. Not the CEO, the guy who actually gave them away on consignment or whatever. He was probably told that they were worth more than they were. Just to, like, the store probably wanted to make some money, make a good deal. They knew they'd be able to sell them. But that doesn't mean they're worthless. And that we're talking thousands of dollars. I'm hoping to hear the exact number again. It's in the series plenty of times, so you can always go back and look. It's quite a significant amount of money.
They don't care about the law, right? Right. And that's what makes us very scared is because, again, like, do I... And I'm kind of asking a serious question. In your opinion, would you go get a shotgun and bring it in the store?
He keeps asking, like, so, like, you're the police officers, do you think it's a good idea that we should have guns to defend ourselves next time Reckless Ben comes in, right? I think what he's trying to do is, because Josh Johnson said he was going to shoot us just for trying to serve him papers.
Holy crap, dude. Wait, hold on. This is insane. So he's basically asking, hey, officers, do you think it's a good idea for me to have a gun, a shotgun, in case this guy comes around again? So he can get the okay from the police officer. Yeah. So he's like, hey, the officer said I can, insinuating that he can kill you.
Well, the police officers were told.
Well, yeah, okay. Thanks for the breakdown, guy. But yes, he's obviously trying to say, like, hey, dude, I'm going to shoot him type of shit. That's what he's threatening. That's what he sounds like he's threatening if, you know, he sees Ben. I'm all about holding... You know, you're allowed to carry if you have the permit, if you're in a legal state, if you're not breaking the laws, you're not a felon. All these things. We as a society have decided, you know, who's not allowed to own federally. Each state has their own laws, though. But federally, you know, if you're a felon, anywhere in the country, you can own a gun. Several other things, like aggravated charges or violent charges, even if they're not felonies, I think. What else? Maybe drug stuff, who knows. But Ben has to have threatened them physically or like pose a threat ongoing or be threatening them physically, like even through text or emails. That could be threatening because even if you're not in immediate danger, if you see them in public and you know they have said they are going to hurt you, you could be like, it would be natural to feel threatened. So, and you would only have to convince a jury at worst, even if you got charged. And I'm pretty sure a jury would agree with you, especially in Tennessee. But like, I'm just surprised that it even went that route because now he just looks, the CEO looks even worse. He looks deranged. I mean, if he actually did that much research on Reckless Ben, he would know that he's not that violent. I don't think he has any violent charges. And I say that violent, I don't think he is violent. He's kind of skinny. You know, he's not the most intimidating looking guy.
My rights. He was trying to kill me and I'm just defending myself. Yeah, he's trying to come up with a reason to justify murdering us, I think, which...
This is actually insane.
Yeah, it's a little scary, but...
In a situation like this where some people we feel like are in danger.
I personally encourage people who are able to carry legally to carry.
Okay, so that's basically all the footage after I got arrested of them freaking out, and I think that kind of explains why, because a few hours later we do the GoFundMe. Sheldon gets arrested just for promoting this GoFundMe, and then they sent a whole SWAT team of police officers to my house to just arrest everyone. So basically,
batshit insane. Okay, so he's saying that that actually did lead to people getting arrested. That's fucking insane, bro. Like, those guys should really be in jail. I'm not kidding. That officer, jail, prison, under the jail. Toss him up, fold him in half, throw him under the jail.
Emmons doing what I like to call the 3-year-old method, which
He can be someone's pillow.
If a 3-year-old really wants something and they're not getting it, what do they usually do?
Whine, cry, kick the back of the seat when they're in the car.
Basically this. That's kind of what Ammon's doing. Like, Ammon at first isn't really getting what he wants. It's like, I mean, I guess he got me arrested, but then I get out of jail, and he's like, oh, shoot, if I just keep saying he's stalking us, they're not going to...
So wait, the video that they were just showing, that interview, that is from after Ben got arrested and let out. So, I mean, I don't think that conversation directly led to his friends getting arrested, but it sounds like they were all on the plan together. Like, it was already decided that's what they were going to do. I'm a little bit confused on the timeline.
I got to make up some story to put him back in jail. It's exactly what a 3-year-old would do, right? And then he says, we're going to murder him. He's like, we're threatening him. And
he's not getting what he wants, so he just keeps like whining and crying. He's like, they're doing this.
And we
they're
can't,
threatening.
Yeah, and we can't, honestly, we can't really get mad at Ammon for doing this because, I mean, we used to do the same thing also, right? Like literally everyone used to do this. But then we turned like 5 years old and we
grew out of it.
Yeah, like we turned 5 and then we realized that this was not the correct method to get what we want. Yeah, basically the person that sent me all this body cam footage.
That was good. I like that. I was wondering where he was going with that because I was like, I don't remember actually doing that, but yeah, before 5, of course.
Asked if I
he does sound like a 5-year-old.
What Ammon's saying. So I'm saying my official response to Ammon is goo goo gaga because I feel like that's the appropriate way to respond to someone who's acting like a baby. Because I feel like that's the appropriate. So I'm saying this body cam footage.
The person who sent him the body cam footage asked what exactly.
Yeah, basically the person that sent me all this body cam footage.
I would be happy to share them under an embargo before I release them publicly, so that you may. Something value does not outweigh privacy interests, such as the last name of the store manager, I'm guessing.
Asked if I could respond to what Ammon's saying. So I'm saying my official response to Ammon is goo goo gaga because I feel like that's the appropriate way to respond to someone who's acting like a baby. And send. So right after this phone call, they arrest Sheldon for just promoting our GoFundMe and sent a bunch of SWAT team members to like SWAT our house, which kind of makes that make more sense to me now based on what Ammon was saying. But anyways, let's fast forward a little bit. We posted.
He got literally swatted because of what Ammon was saying, whatever his name is. Like, they actually thought he was such a risk to the public that they sent a SWAT team because that's how manipulated they were and how colluded they were together.
The video,
that's crazy.
I think 5 days after we posted the video now, Matt McNeff, Ammon's brother, calls the police. I don't really think he had a crime. He's just kind of like complaining about our video. No, for real. Look.
Let me see.
Yeah, so it's my brother and I have a franchise called Bricks and Minifigs that we run. He was filming and making this pseudo journalistic documentary that he that's what he's claiming it is. Yeah. He released that documentary on Friday, and our lives have been nothing but hell since then. Once this YouTuber released this video, our franchisees are getting targeted harassment, review bombs. They are destroying people's lives and making.
I do think that it has probably caused some other stores and franchisees that were probably doing nothing wrong, employees that were doing nothing wrong, just working their job. They probably thought they landed a cool Lego job, But hey, that's what happened. The thing is, when you're the CEO, you are the chief executive officer. You are the face of the company. You are the president of the company. Sometimes it's a different role, but you're usually the face of the company. You're the first person, at least, who's going to be blamed when things are going wrong, and you have to take responsibility for it. The thing is, all this could have been over weeks, if not months ago. Literally months ago.
It has been a nightmare.
If someone puts out a documentary about you, and then your problem with it is now you are being harassed because of it, maybe what was in that documentary, I'm not excusing, don't go harass anyone, just Just stay out of it. I would say let the police handle it, but we see how that's going. You're allowed to voice your opinion, by the way. If you don't like bricks and minifigs for any reason, whether it be a YouTube video or because the wind is blowing in the wrong direction that day, who cares? You can go leave a review wherever you want. This is America. Now, what he's saying is he's sick of being harassed, his brother's being harassed, all this stuff. If you are now looked upon in a bad way because of this documentary, maybe you should look at the documentary and see what's like, okay, well, why does everyone hate me now? What did we do? So just absolutely no self-reflection at all.
He's not even reporting a crime to the police. He's just like
complaining
about how much he dislikes the video.
Aren't you supposed to call the cops when there's an emergency?
The cops basically just being the dude's therapist at this point.
Oh, this is, yeah.
Okay.
It's been rough. He's trying to say that the American Port Police, our company, and the LDS Church are all colluding now in protecting our franchisee, and it's one big giant conspiracy. I mean, it's insanity.
It's insanity. Who could possibly think that that guy and the police are colluding together, maybe talking on the phone or something behind any reporter's back or court back? You know, no judge involved, no attorneys involved. It's not like they would actually plan to like arrest a bunch of people and then verbally say they want to stack charges on them, right? Like no one's done that, right? We didn't just watch that a couple minutes ago.
Rage bait and clickbait, and he is causing significant serious harm. This has got to slow down.
What, remind me, do you know the title of the video on YouTube? I'd like to include that link on the report.
The YouTube creator is like, again, we feel like we've tried the whole way through to do the right thing here.
This entire time, Bricks and Minifigs, they say they've been trying to do the right thing the whole time, and it's literally just been as easy as give the dude his Legos back. Like, they're just sitting in an empty store right now that you guys aren't even planning on selling.
Here's the guy, by the way. This is the guy who originally co-signed the Legos. And yes, I think they shut down the franchise with his Legos in it because of all of this, as a result of, you know, a couple videos ago now.
Anymore. It'd be so easy for you just to give them back, but that would fix this whole thing, but they didn't. So, wait. So it's because they've caused so much like punitive damage now. Like they've put Brian on medication. He's been having panic attacks. They've tried ruining his whole life and all this other stuff. Now it's a little bit more complicated than just giving the Legos back now. Basically, our lawyers are saying that this is gonna be a slam dunk case. We could just get millions and millions of dollars out of them and just like basically bankrupt their entire company. So Bricks and Minifigs will get completely destroyed. Or
dang, that sounds insane.
We've given them another easy way now.
They can say that they're sorry by doing the chicken dance, and I will take that as a sincere form of
What?
apology. And once they do the chicken dance, then I will know that Bricks and Minifigs is sorry, and we can finally move on to the next video series.
What? He's okay. The chicken dance, I don't know, but I would definitely rather have some millions of dollars than a chicken dance, especially if he's saying that the original guy is now having like trauma. Whether or not that's true or whether or not he's trying to get paid, I don't know. But well, don't settle for the chicken dance now. It should now be like taken to court. If you really do have like more punitive damages or whatever that's called.
Be awesome.
But it's weird. Bricks and Minifigs still hasn't done the chicken dance yet, which to me makes me feel like they think doing the chicken dance will cause them like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of damage. They're that scared of doing the chicken dance. They think that by them doing the chicken dance, it's probably, I don't know, but they're making.
I'm not sure I'm following Reckless Ben at this point though, because like, okay, if your lawyers have told you they have a case and they will win it, don't talk about it, bro. You've won. I mean, you've got the YouTube thing going on, I get it, but I would have stopped by now. I would have said, okay, our lawyers said we're ready to go. I mean, I've offered them this deal, whether it was formal or not. They can dance on a camera. I don't know what the chicken dance is. Is that?
They think that's
a
worse decision than destroying their $100 million company and all of the innocent franchises that have nothing to do with it.
I don't know.
If
that's, I'd rather have millions.
All their franchises just so they don't have to do the chicken dance. Time is running out, and they have 1 week left as of me posting this video right now, and then there's going to be a third thing. So right now, it's just give the Legos back and do the chicken dance. But if they wait 1 more week, then they're going to have to do 3 things. Whatever this street is, it's the street Joshua Johnson lives on. They will have to rename this street Reckless Ben Street. That way, every time Josh drives home, he's gonna have to see, oh, I live on Reckless Ben Street now.
I don't know. It's kind of just being odd and almost cruel now. Like you're not gonna win the judge's favor if you're just like, well, I don't know. Maybe he will, but I wouldn't keep stacking on stuff like this. Don't keep kicking the beehive. I mean, he's going to. I mean, young people do what young people do. I get it. He's going to keep going at him because he probably feels like he's done no wrong. He just better really have done no wrong. And just so you know, you could be 100% in the right. You heard my story earlier today. You could be 100% in the right, and maybe I wasn't 100% right there, but you could have done nothing to deserve what happens to you. But if the whole police department is on your ass, they're going to make your life hell. Even if it's just harassing, they might just show up every now and then just to harass you. And they'll keep doing it. They've got nothing else to live for. And we're talking about like pea-brained police in Utah. I'm not saying they're all evil, but they're definitely all still working for a company that, or pretty much a company that's colluding with one another and in evil ways too.
Now this sucks, you know. Yeah, just as they're stacking the charges to throw us in jail forever, we're
like, does that cop not go to jail when any kind of body cam footage is released to the public and it says he was going to stack charges on someone? I guess that's not illegal as long as they are real charges, right? But to say that he is intending to do that?
Stacking the list of demands before they can get out of this mess.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep stacking them until their whole company's destroyed.
We're gonna stack it week after week, month after month, year after year.
Yeah, and even infinity after infinity. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep stacking those lists of demands all the way up and never stop. Give the Legos back. It won't stop until the Legos.
Anyways, subscribe to Patreon. You'll get to see lots of behind the scenes, like full interviews. I just posted a full interview of us talking to the chief of police.
Man, you got screwed. Like, right? So we're just trying to right the wrong. Whatever that looks.
What? And who is this? I want to know who this is. So there is a police saying you got screwed. We're trying to right the wrong.
Like,
basically, he's saying that his police department messed up, and the whole interview's on Patreon. Also, part 4 is halfway filmed. We're almost done filming.
Well, wait, that's huge. He might have like a case, like, or evidence for his case if the actual police officer, like the head up, that said something bad happened. Well, wait a second. You shouldn't have just put that right at the end. That's actually big.
Part 4 is gonna be the most insane video we've ever filmed in our entire lives.
And there's a part 4. Oh my god.
Yeah, no spoilers. It kind of sucks because we're still undercover in part 4, but part 4 is gonna be super sick. Everyone's saying that the Lego videos are wrapping up. I think the Lego series is actually just started.
Holy.
It's time to unleash.
Well, that was crazy. Reckless Ben, huh? You're
a bunch of new body
staying in some drama, my guy, but just to wrap it up, I mean, again, I feel like there's a lot of wishy-washy information, but after seeing this, I mean, I always like to play the devil's advocate, because there's always nuance. Especially in legal situations, there's always nuance. But after seeing the cop just saying, like, I'm willing to stack charges on this guy, and then they actually did go, like, raid a house. M4s. Those guys had assault rifles, dude. And these guys this is all about a Lego collection. You think anyone involved in a Lego collection drama is, like, at all violent? Like, come on, dude. That is just wild. And then to lie about Reckless Ben's criminal history, to try to conflate him with someone, I could understand maybe you just, like, Google searched a name, and then you just were dumb enough to not, like, read the article, look at any pictures, look for a second article. He obviously just saw this guy who had the same name who got arrested for something nasty, and then just was like, okay, that's more evidence. Let's just lie about that too. It's all about, he has to get the police officer to believe like one thing, right? As long as he kind of is on his side, that's all he needs. He believed him so much, he was willing to go arrest all of his friends. You know, all of Reckless Ben's friends. So that's just absolutely wild. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I can't wait for part 4. You best believe we're going to watch part 4, and the video will be up here on my YouTube as well. Thank you everyone that tuned in. I appreciate it a lot. This has been a Bleezy React. We're live on Twitch and YouTube every single day. We do everything from gaming to data science, finance, reactions, drama. Reactions and drama and gaming should probably be up there first, but we do a lot of things, anything I'm interested in. So come check it out. Go check out my other videos on YouTube. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.